Hi students, today we're going over Unit 4, Module 3, Session 7, Skills Review. Number 1 says solve each problem below using the standard multiplication algorithm. So that is the key piece right there, is that you want to use the standard multiplication algorithm. Let's start with number 1. Number 1, we're going to start here in the ones place, and we're going to say 8 times 6 is 48. Write down the ones place, carry the tens. Now we're going 8 times 0 is 0 plus 4 is 4. 8 times 7 is 56. We're done with the 8, and so we hold our place value, move to the tens place. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 2 times 7 is 14. Add 8, 6, 7, 9, 1. Our answer is 19,768. The next one, again, we start in our ones place. 7 times 9 is 63. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 6 is 13. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 1 is 36. Done with our 7, our ones place. We hold our ones place. Move to the tens place. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Add 3, 10, 12, and 9. And 1. So 19,203 is our answer. Next one, again, we start in our ones place. 6. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. 6 times 4 is 24. Done with our ones place. Moving on to the tens place. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. 4 times 4 is 16. Add. Our answer is 18,630. Number 2, fill in the boxes in the problems below. So again, we're doing standard multiplication algorithm. So here we have to think 7 times a number equals 56. So what's that number? 8. And then 8 times 6 is 48, plus 5 is 53. And so up here the number is 5, and the rest is done for you. For B, we say 7 times 8 is 56. The 5 is already written there for us. So 7 times a number plus 5 equals 5. So that would be 0, because 7 times 0 is 0, plus 5 is 5. And if you notice, there's no number up here that's carried to that place value. Next, we are continuing. We want to find this next. Oh, we know what comes down here. That's a 0, because we're holding the place value, because we're done with 7. Move on to the 0. And then we say 3 times 8 is 24. So up here is going to come a 2. The rest is done for us. We just need to add. 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 4 is 9. And there we go. We have all the boxes filled in. For C, we're saying 4 times a number is 36. So that is 9. And then 9 times 8 is 72, plus 3, 75. And then 5 times 4 is 20. We carry the 2. And now we add. 5, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Number 2 is completed. Let's move on to the review. Alexis has a treasure box. The treasure box is a rectangular prism that measures 8 inches by 12 inches by 25 inches. Use the standard algorithm to determine the volume of the box. Show your work and include units in your final answer. So what are we going to do? We're going to use the standard algorithm, to find the volume. We're going to show our work and include units in our final answer. So if you want to help visualize this problem, we're finding the volume of a rectangular prism. That is 8 by 12 by 25 units. So we need to multiply. I know 8 times 12 automatically is 96, so now I just need to multiply 96 times 25 using standard multiplication algorithm. 5 times 9 is 45, plus 3 is 48. Done with our 5s, we hold the place value. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19. We add 0, 0, 1, 4, 1, 2. So our answer is 2,400 cubic inches. So again, 2,400 cubic inches. That's a 3. Why is it a 3? Because we're finding volume. It's length times width times height. Number 4 says fill in the blanks 1/2 of 84. So what's half of 84? That's right, 42. Half of 4 is 2, half of 8 is 4. B, 1/4 of 84. So what I can think there is I can just think half of a half. So what's half of 42, what I just found? Half of 42 would be 21. C, 1/8 of 84. Well, I know again 1/8 is a half of a fourth. So what's half of 21? Half of 21 is 10.5. That's right, we're going to write it like this. We're going to write it in decimal form, 10 and 5/10. D, 1/2 of something is 62. So to find half of this number, I need to double this number, right? So double 62 is 124. And then 1/4 of something equals 31. Well, I know I can double 31. 31 doubled is 62. So 1/4 of a number is 31. That number must be 124 because half of 124 is 62. Half of 62 is 31. Number 5, true or false? 1/4 of 28 is the same as 1/8 of 14. That's going to already be false because I know 4 times 7 is 28. So 1/4 of 28 is 7. 1/8 of 14. I know that's going to be half, half, half. So half of 14 is 7. Half of 7 is 3.5. Half of 3.5 is already smaller than 7. So that's why this is false. B, 1/8 of 32 equals 1/4 of 16. Well, 1/4 of 16 I know is 4. 1/8 of 32 is 4. So this is true. And C, 1/2 of 56 is the same as 1/4 of 28. And so I know that 1/4 of 28 is 7, and half of 56, well, I know half of 50 is 25. Add 3 more, 25, 26, 27, 28. So half of 56 is 28. So that is false. 28 does not equal 7. Look at number 6. Add or subtract. Use a space below to show your work if necessary. 1/2 plus 5/8. Well, I know that 1/2 is the same as 4/8. So here I have 4/8 plus 5/8 equals 9/8, which is the same as 1 and 1/8. Next one, 2 and 1/6 minus 1/12. So I know 1/6 is the same as 6/12. Excuse me, not 6/12. 1/6 is the same as 2/12. And so 2 and 2/12 minus 7/12. So here I'm going to have to change that mixed number. I'm going to have to take 1 from the whole place, the whole number, and change that to 1 and 14/12 minus 7/12 equals 1 and 7/12. Next one, 8 and 3/4 plus 1 and 5/12. So we need to find the common denominator. And so I know I can change these fourths into 12ths. And so 8 and 3/4 would be the same as 9/12. So 8 and 9/12 plus 1 and 5/12 equals 9 and 14/12. But, ooh, that's an improper fraction. So I can add one more whole number. So that would be 10. And how many 12ths? 2 12ths. And then we can even take it further than that. And because I know that 2 12ths can be reduced down to 10 and 1/6. So either 10 and 2 12ths or 10 and 1/6 would be an acceptable answer. For the next one, we're adding decimals. When we're adding decimals, we're going to want to line them up with a place value. Maybe it's easiest to add vertically. So 9 plus 2 is 11. 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10. 8 plus 6 plus 1 is 15. And so our answer is 15 and 100th. Next one, we're subtracting 3 and 7/12. Sorry, not 7/12, 3 and 72/100. So here we need to borrow. Sorry, this is looking a little sloppy. This pen is hard to write with. So we see 11 minus 2 will be 9. 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 3 is 6. So our answer is 6 and 29/100. The next one, again, we're subtracting a decimal. I'll line it up vertically and subtract. I see I need to borrow here. So then I have 12 minus 6 is 6. Then I have 10 minus 7 is 3. 2 minus 2 is 0. So the answer is 0 and 36/100. Next one, I see 2/3 plus a number equals 1 and 4/9. So it's going to be easiest for me to change that to ninths. So I'm going to say 4/9 plus a number equals 1 and 4/9. So what's the blank? 1 whole is your answer. 4 and 8/100 minus a number equals 2 and 99/100. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take 4 and 8/100, subtract 2 and 99/100 to get the answer that's in the blank, and that is 1 and 9/100. And then 5 and 1/2 minus a number equals 2 and 3/4. So again, I'm going to change this to fourths. So 5 and 2/4 minus a number equals 2 and 3/4. So I'm just going to subtract 2 and 3/4 here to find that difference. And so as you see, it's hard for me to take 3/4 away from 2/4. I'm going to change that to 4 and 6/4 minus 2 and 3/4. So our answer would be 2 and 3/4. Goes in the blank here. For the challenge, Randall has $5 to spend on snacks at the movies. Use a table to figure out 3 snacks Randall can buy for $5. Show your thinking. Is that the only combination of 3 snacks Randall can buy? And how do you know? Well, there are several combinations Randall can buy. One combination you could do is you could do a cookie plus lemonade plus a candy bar. So a cookie plus a lemonade plus a candy bar. Or another possible combination would be a cookie plus a lemonade plus a granola bar. So lots of different combinations. And how do you know? Well, you know by adding, and then adding your different items you purchased from the snack bar and subtracting that from $5 to see if you have enough money. And that's all for today.